Okay, so on this question, they're saying find the equation in terms of x of the line, and it's going through these 2 points. Okay, so when it says the words, the magic words, find the equation, step number 1 is to use the slope formula. Find slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're going to find the slope. So how do we find the slope? Well, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So remember that old slope formula where we plug in all that stuff? So the slope, I'll just do it right up here. The slope will equal. So here we go. So on the top, we're supposed to go y2 minus y1. So y2 minus y1. So I'm going to go minus 16 and 5 with a subtraction sign in between. And on the bottom, I'm going to put the 2x values, 4 and negative 3. Right, the 2x values on the bottom, the 2y values on the top. So notice we have double negative here. That's a really easy mistake to make. That's because we have subtraction signs built into the formula. And so that if in addition you're plugging in some negative signs, some of the items have negatives that go behind the subtraction, you get the double negative, which will become positive thing, right? Everybody see that? So we plugged in the 2y values on the top and subtract them, y2 minus y1. And the 2x values on the bottom, x2 minus x1. Okay, so keep it going. What does that slope equal? Well, looks like we got on the top, it's going to be minus 16 minus 5 on the bottom. Double negative is positive, so it becomes 4 plus 3. Use your calculator, that's minus 21 over 7. Divide that, minus 3. So the slope comes out minus 3. Now, we're on to step 2. Step 2, we're going to use the new slope formula. Let's say the new formula. So this is the old slope formula. The new one is almost the same with one slight alteration. And we're going to have plane y and plane x in the front. So this is just how we always find equations. The only difference between this process and what we did before when we found equations is we have that first step where we find the slope. So step number 1 is to find the slope, which we did. So now that we have the slope from step number 1, we can plug in the slope, which we found. Right here, right? Slope is negative 3. So plug in right there the slope and the point. Either point, I'll just do the first point. It doesn't really matter. I'll do the first point that they gave us up here. It doesn't. You could use either one. It'll work either way. I'll just do the negative 3, 5. You could use the second one. You could use the 4, negative 16. It doesn't matter. Use either one, and that'll be your x1 and your y1. All right, so plug those in, right? The y1 will go back here. The x1 will go right there. This should say x1. I don't know why I did that. All right, and so now let's see what we've got. We've got slope, which is negative 3, equals, and we've got y minus x minus. So we're plugging in the x1 of negative 3, the y1 of 5. All right, we've been here before. We know what to do in this kind of situation, right? Step 3, we have a fraction with an equal sign. Multiply both sides by the LCD over 1, right? LCD, what is it? Well, this is actually, these double negatives is going to make this positive, as we know. So it's x plus 3 over 1, and the other side by x plus 3 also. See, I multiply both. So let me just move that equal sign a little bit. See, I'm multiplying both sides wall in there by LCD over 1, x plus 3. You see that? And so then, step number 4, cross cancel. Multiply the leftovers. So right here, these guys will cross cancel. That's why we did it. We wanted to get rid of the fraction. So we cross cancel on both sides. Get y minus 5. On the other side, the minus 3 is going to multiply through. Right? Does everybody see that? Everybody see what happened there? So we cross cancel on this side. We cross cancel. And on the other side, we multiply. Why? Well, because these are going to cancel out. Whenever you have top and bottom, they cancel out, don't they? So we're cross canceling those guys because we have them top and bottom. On the other side, we multiply minus 3x minus 9. Minus 3x minus 9. Cross cancel. So we cross canceled on this side, multiplied on the other side. All right. And then step 5, get y alone. So last step, just add the 5 to both sides, and boom and a boom. And so y equals minus 3x. Minus 9 plus 5 is minus 4. And there we go. Minus 3x minus 4. We got it. So a lot of steps to this. Let's run over it again. What did we do? So step 1, we use the old slope formula that has the y2, y1 on the top, x2, x1 on the bottom, plugged in the 4 numbers, found the slope. And then we use the slope formula again on step 2, but this time, one slight difference. We just have a plain y and plain x in the front, meaning we're not plugging into those, we're leaving those. Plain y, plain x, only plug in the numbers to the back. So we plugged in the point. We grabbed the first point. You could have grabbed the second. It worked the same. Plug in x1, y1 in the back, excuse me. I'll plug in x1, y1 in the back, plug in the slope in the front. And then we have a fraction. We know what to do with fraction, multiply by LCD over 1, cross cancel here, multiply here, get y alone. There we go.